Massive day in the Romelu Lukaku camp because there are conflicting reports. There are Todd Boehly is not willing to take a loss, and then there's Di Marzio coming out and saying today is the day where all the deal gets accomplished and Chelsea get the agreement they want to get Lukaku back to Italy. Let's get on with the video. Welcome to the Kavkas View, guys, and in videos like this it's very interesting for everyone to stay calm, resolute, intensively listening to what's coming out of my mouth, because there is a lot of information, different contrasting informations coming out. There's Di Marzio coming out with Chelsea are doing great news with ES Grimes backing this up and Lukaku moving to Inter. There is The Guardian coming out, as well as The Athletic with David Ornstein saying the opposite, that Todd Boehly is not willing to take the loss. On top of that, there is Kounde news, how Kounde apparently is changing his tune and is starting to look at Barcelona. But the problem is, I don't think people understand what is going on at Barcelona, and I will explain it. I'll give you the financials, I'll give you the little details of what Barcelona have to do to sign a Jules Kounde and how it might not be feasible. And finally, why the Romelu Lukaku deal is the catalyst for Chelsea's summer window, and how Timo Werner, Hakim Ziyech, Christian Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi, we have the update on all four of their futures. One of them is set to stay, the other three, it looks like they're going. Let's get on with it. But before we get started, I need a massive favor from all of you. I need you lot to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and in the pinned comment below, please do me a massive favor and go and follow me on Instagram. There's a great reel that I made about me on holiday. It's a great way for us to personalize. Hit me DMs for any football questions that you guys have, and we'll build a platform there where it's more engaging and where it can be actually a decent conversation, not with the YouTube comments, because I really struggle with that. I don't get notifications when it comes through. So let's do that. Let's try build a new community and let me know, alright? But the Instagram link will be in the pinned comment. Make sure you do it. Alright, so we're gonna start with the bad news. David Ornstein has come out and said, look, it looks like Chelsea are happy to let Romelu Lukaku go, but it has to be the right deal for Chelsea Football Club. And Todd Boehly is not willing to let him go. He's not willing to let him go at a price that does not benefit Chelsea, a player that is on a contract till 2026. And all of a sudden, this one individual player that goes on loan and potentially comes back, that's not a go. However, we are having conflicting results. We are having conflicting reports coming out. And the reports from Di Marzio is that Chelsea are actively trying to have a meeting today, because there have been good meetings over Zoom. They're having another meeting today that will actually solidify this deal. Chelsea negotiated this deal all the way from 25 million euros that Inter pay to no, we will pay 8 million euros to now 12 million pounds, 15 million euros with Inter taking all of the weight. This is great news. This means that this is happening. You've got a lot of individuals coming out, backing this conversation up, coming out and making statements, such as ES Grimes has said this is a done deal. She's jumped the gun and openly said 15 million euros, loan agreement is there. It's all about making the final thing. 2 days later, you got Di Marzio coming out. She is very good and a lot of people give her a lot of criticism. But then you have David Ornstein coming out, who is predominantly an Arsenal correspondent. Let's keep that in mind. He's coming out with conflicting reports. It's very interesting. This is going to heat up. I think this is the catalyst to Chelsea's summer. Once this is done, then we go and sign players. Then we go sign forwards. And now we need to talk about Kounde and Dembele. What is the latest? So, like I said to you guys in the last video, Dembele's on holiday and his decision will be made post-holiday. He wants to play for Tuchel. That's what the rumors are saying. That's what the sources are informing us. That's what we know at this moment in time. We can't go and make up any more stories. Kounde is a situation that is a little bit more complex. Kounde has agreed a deal with Chelsea over a year now. We've been negotiating with him and almost secured a deal last year. We all know that. 2 weeks ago, he was in London. He was spotted in Oxford Street. Reason he was there is because he was finalising personal terms and getting winding down by Chelsea, basically. Chelsea was securing a deal on a personal level with him and his agents to make sure that this player allegedly is going to join Chelsea Football Club. That's number one. Number two now, Chelsea have been negotiating with Sevilla. Sevilla are asking for 65 million euros. Chelsea have offered 51. Compromise is 59, and Chelsea are thinking about paying it. My question here is, if you're paying 51, go and pay the 15. Because if you're going to pay the 51, it's 8 million, means you really want the individual. If you're not willing to pay the extra 8 million, the question needs to arise, do you even want the player? is he the solution for you in the long term? Because if he wasn't the solution, if he is the solution, why are you penny pinching over 8 million? But now the Barcelona issue has happened and there's the whole stimulus package that people are panicking about. And I will explain this for every single one of you so you all understand, because I'm actually sick and tired of explaining this. Barcelona are in debt. They're not in debt financially because they've got loans that have enabled them to pay transfer fees. But they have a wage bill that exceeds their annual revenue. So it's very simple. Imagine liabilities and assets. Barcelona's liabilities, the money they owe, is bigger than the assets they have, the money they have. For them to register players, they need to meet a certain level of balance to make this happen. Spanish League, La Liga, will not allow it. Javier Tebas is saying we are not going to be doping our league. This is not, financial doping cannot be occurring. And this is the balance now. They've got Christensen, Kessie, all signed up. They need to get players off the books to get them registered on. But the problem is, as long as their assets are smaller than their liability, they can only spend £1 for every 4 they get out until the ratio suits. So put it this way in context, to give Kounde 100k a week, they will have to get 400k off the wage bill. Do you understand the issue now? Yes, they've agreed stimulus packages and they're selling rights for their TV rights for the next 25 years and they're going to receive small installments. They need to sell players. Umtiti, Lenglet, PK would have to go before they can come and get Kounde. And they're prioritizing Dembele, Bernardo Silva, as well as the players they've already signed. This Kounde deal is very far away from being completed, and I think people are trying to build hysteria and trying to build panic because we're not signing players. Be patient. Finally, now we're going to talk about the attacks. So we're going to make the assumption that Romelu Lukaku is going to move on. Reports are coming out that Callum Hudson-Odoi is available and the loan offer that Brighton made is an interesting one. He goes away, plays some football, comes back a year later looking all great and ready to play for the Chelsea first team. But apparently Tuchel wants to keep him. Tuchel likes the player. From my understanding, my perception of what the reports are coming out, Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, Callum Hudson-Odoi are the untouchables. I think they fulfill the needs that Tuchel wants on the higher level. Then you have the other 3. Timo Werner is available. Timo Werner has actively been playing well for Germany. They play to his style. But at the same time, people that come out with this nonsense that Tuchel never backed him, I think you're talking rubbish. Because, let's be honest, right? The fact of the matter is, Timo had more than enough opportunities. He's never taken them. The player that can say he never got backed, in my opinion, is Hakim Ziyech. Hakim Ziyech has consistently been in this team. He has consistently been in and out of the team, never got a fair opportunity. His opportunity is 10-15 minutes off the bench, and the system doesn't suit him either. So it really magnifies the chance that Hakim's just not a Chelsea player at this moment in time. I think he needs to leave for his career. At his age, he needs to play football. At his age, he needs to be consistent. Manchester United are interested, and it's going to be very interesting to see where he goes, whether Chelsea will actually do the business, and if anyone's willing to pay the fee that is being required. Then there's Christian Pulisic, and Christian Pulisic is an interesting one yet again. Pulisic is available. And the reason he's available is because Chelsea don't want to give him a new contract. And if they don't give him a new contract, they're not going to let him get down to 1 year left on his deal and then potentially go on a free the same way Rudiger and Christensen. This is all linked. Chelsea will, once they let go of players, they will start going for Lukaku and Dembele and Sterling and Gabby Jesus. The problem I'm having now is, what if these players are going to get taken off the market? Jesus is almost taken off the market because Arsenal showing serious intent where Chelsea's showing maybe. And this is an issue. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your thoughts. Peace out. I'm out. Bye-bye. See you guys soon, though. Make sure you subscribe.